Now, Josh, teachers in the Telegraph giving themselves an A+. I imagine you'd like to appeal?
Yeah, this is the story that's going to make my head explode. So, we save lives by prolonging school closures in pandemic, says teacher.
Winning. You've said a lot about this in the past. Because,
but so I'm going to let you off. It's just that okay. The NEU, the National Education Union, are having their conference at the moment, and they have actually put forward a motion saying, look how great we were by basically ruining a generation of children's future and causing mental health issues and causing some of the lowest results recorded
Math scores are terrible.
Maths and English.
Yes.
And they are proud of it and going, well done us.
For a virus that didn't affect children.
Exactly.
That didn't exist. The Guardian actually ran an article last week, I read while I was in Switzerland at the yoga retreat where I was banned, stating that the average kid is about a half year behind now because of the shutdown. And that many kids will never catch up to that, that has effectively ruined their lives.
Yes.
And that social distancing in schools was unnecessary and didn't work.
Well, they masked these kids.
They masked them. Even that didn't work. The Guardian saying this, if you had said that even just a year ago, you would have sounded like a crazy conspiratorial person.
Yeah.
And now they're admitting it.
I find it crazy that the children were not at risk. Old people were at risk. The vulnerable were at risk.
That was shown very, very early on. But the fact that the NEU, which, by the way, is controlled by a bunch of super cranky people...
Yeah, terrible.
The fact that they're not actually just apologising or taking some level
or
of ownership of it,
really.
But to actually go, thank you, welcome...
Yeah. But that's what activists do. They completely say the opposite. They gaslight. They say the opposite. The NEU is an activist body, which also happens to be the largest teaching union in the country. It's a disaster.
Are they the ones telling kids to not tell their parents that they want to transition?
Oh, they're doing all of that sort of stuff. I don't know if they're doing that specifically, but it wouldn't surprise me. They're the ones that organise protests and,
I'm surprised that they actually had time to put forward this motion instead of doing some anti-Israel motion as well.
Probably.
That's next.
Yeah.
Is there a way that schools can just say, you can't be a member of that union because it's not really a union?
Well, do you know what? I've got a lot of friends who are teachers, and a lot of them have actually left the NEU. They're Jewish, and they feel like they believe that it's anti-Semitic.
It's not just on the Israel issue. They are wrong on every single issue.
But
they're certainly wrong on this.
About the pandemic just upsets me now. I mean, I just read in California the average age of someone who died was 81 in the pandemic.
Which is older than
the average age of death. So it extends people's lives.
It was a health thing.